field. And also remove this delete button and add new field, add new record. Both of them I have removed.
Mm-hmm.
And also added this percentage symbol.
Okay.
And after submitting here, value will be updated in this form. Like
Super. Okay. Perfect.
it is not available after submitting, it will changes this all values. Right?
Okay.
And another one. Also added some workflows on this deleted event, like after deletion. Uh, like it won't allow to delete record of a person who passed the exam. Like
Okay.
based on the result, I have done this one.
Okay. Good. Very good, Pavan. Mm-hmm.
You can delete the record as a failed person who is failed in the exam. We can delete those record.
Okay.
And another one is scheduled. Also, I have added one workflow like on this time and date. I have added a record in this form, like assigned a date and time in this schedule.
What it is?
Scheduled event. Yes,
Okay.
schedule.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like in based on this time and date, added a record on the form.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Super. Very good. Vivek, yesterday I taught Pavan about the schedules. Okay. You just listen yesterday's what the
Okay, ma'am, I
recordings.
will go through it.
Okay. Fine. So today I would like, I'm going to teach you about custom actions for both of you. Okay. So custom actions are nothing but, let's say we have workflow and everything, right? But if you want to, do if you want to do some action from the reports, let me share my screen. I'll tell you what I mean. Let me share. So here, 1 minute. Okay, let me share my screen. Pavan's. No, Pavan, sorry. Okay. Custom actions are nothing but, when you want to do some actions from this report screen, these are all Zoho's default action, right? Edit, duplicate, delete. These are all Zoho's default actions. But if you want to do any particular action, let's say here the status is new, right? Okay, you want to update the status to shipped. you can do either you can do it via edit, or you can do through custom action. Here in edit, we didn't display the status column. Basically, we will not edit the status column, right? It should get updated automatically. Okay, so if you want to do if you want to create any custom action for this status
Excuse me,
update,
ma'am. I think your screen is not sharing.
set, oops, sorry, I shared. Okay, let me share again. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, custom actions are nothing but we are going to create a button in this report. When you click on that button, we are going to perform some action. Okay, that is called custom action. So far in our today, I'm going to show you how to update this status column via custom action. Okay, so if you want to create custom action, what you have to do is you go into report properties, edit this application. Okay, so I have to teach you about this. Can you see this in the report? When you edit a report, you will get the screen, right? There are four menus here. One is quick view. Quick view is nothing but this view. This is called quick view in report. The detail view is, if you see here, the detail view, this is the detail view. So when you click on a record, something is coming up right here. This is called detail view. Okay. The layout, the detail view and layout are integrated. So when you click on detail view, this is the default layout. This is Zoho's default layout. But if you want to change it like this, you can change it. So if you change it like this, see, I choose this layout, right? So if you refresh this and click on it, see the layout changed. Okay. Here the subform is it's like this. Okay, but you can create your customized layout also. How do you want to display? You can do this. You can select any predefined template from here, or else you can do it from scratch also, this layout. Okay, so you have to know about this. And another one is actions. This is where you have to create your own thing. If you want to remove this action from that report, you can delete this action. If you don't want the user to duplicate any record, just delete it. Okay, the same way you can edit and delete. Okay, here today we are going to create a button in this report, right? That is called custom action. So we will we will create this action in quick view first. Okay, so if you click on this configure fields web, click on this add fields. If you scroll to the below, you will get you can see something called add new button. Just click on it. Okay, here you can write update status, something like this. Okay, you want to enable this action for always, or you can enable it for some action. Let's say if the status is equal to new only, you have to enable, means then you can define like this. Execute the workflow at once or after confirmation. If you click on confirmation, then it will ask you something like this. Execute the update status action for this record. Say yes, and the name of the flow, anything. This is user defined one, should be a meaningful one. Okay, update status, and here you can do anything. If you want to send a notification, you can send a notification. Or if you when you click on that button, if you want to integrate with any third party or any any other Zoho product service, you can create integration. You can do or update records in another form, or else you can create your own Deluge script. Here in Deluge script, you can run a function or you can create your own. I didn't teach you function yet. That's why I'm just writing it now. Update status is equal to, in which form you're going to update, in order form, based on what criteria? ID equal to input add. ID is I told you earlier, right? So whenever a record is entered into Zoho, Zoho will create some unique ID in the backend. So we are going to update based on that ID here. So update status dot status is equal to, let's say we are manually updating to shipped. Okay, so I just updated, done, create. Okay, let's say we'll move this. You can do the drag and drop here in the report menu. I mean, in the fields here. So I just move the button to top. So if I refresh this thing, this report, see I got update status button here. Okay, why it is enabled for these three and these two are disabled is because we have a condition in the backend, right? If the status is equal to new, then only we would like to enable this button. We have returned the condition in the backend. If you edit this, you can see that. So we have a condition. If the status is equal to new, then only the button will be enabled actually. Okay. So if I update this here, execute update action for this record, this is coming because we have enabled this execute the workflow after confirmation. Because of that, it's enabled. So if I execute, if I say yes, see the status is updated to shipped. Okay, as well as the button is also disabled immediately. Okay. You can do n number of action in this button click. Okay, usually this is what we will do is we will open up a form and ask the confirmation, and let's say if I click no, it just stay in the screen, right? Let's say here in this workflow what we have written is we just return something called shipped directly. But if you want the user to select any other status, let's say if the user want to update in processing instead of shipped, or cancelled instead of shipped, what you have to do is you have to create some dummy form where you have to give a drop down of status. Then you should allow the user to select it and update it actually. What we can do is I'll show that also. Okay, it's okay. I'll show that. Okay. So according to Zoho, there are two types of forms. One is state form, another one is stateless form. Okay. State form, the difference between state form and stateless form is, if it is a state form, then the data will be stored in the report. Okay, we saw earlier, right? So whenever you create a form, the report will be created automatically against that form, right? But if it is a stateless form, the data will not be stored in the server, which means that the report will not be created automatically. You cannot store the data. That is called stateless form. There are two, it's basic. Okay, two types of form. One is state form, another one is stateless form. Stateless form is nothing but where we can store the data. So when you create a form, the report will be generated automatically in the backend, right? That is called state form. In stateless form, the data will not be stored. So when you create a form, the report will not be generated in the backend. We use stateless form only for updating something, or if you want to display some customized message to the customer. During that time we use stateless form. Today we are going to use the stateless form to update the status here. Okay, I'll here without asking user input, we are updating to shipped right here. But now we are going to learn how to allow the user to select the status and update it through custom action. Okay, for that what you have to do is you have to create one stateless form. So stateless form are created something like this. So if you go into this form, and duplicate this. When you duplicate the existing form, it will ask you, you want to store the data in creator. If you enable this, then it's a state form. The report will be generated automatically. The data will be stored in Zoho Creator. But if you not select this, then it is called stateless form. We are not going to store any data. So here what we are going to do is we are going to get we are going to create and if you notice something here, if we create a stateless form, you will not get all the fields. You will get only limited fields because you cannot create subform in stateless form because you know subforms are related with foreign key. I know I told you, right? Subform and main form have a link. Okay, in stateless form we are not going to store a data, so we cannot create a link between main form and subform. So in stateless form you cannot have subform. You may not, if you see here, you are getting only limited fields here. What are all the fields related to storage, that you will not get it, like file storage, something like that. Okay, so if I create lookup between order form and the state form, let's say I'm just populating only the ID. Anyway, we are going to hide this. Okay, this is order for my order ID, and we are going to create the state drop down for status. Let's say new, cancelled, shipped. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to create one more button here saying that I'm going to open that stateless form in this button click. Okay. So let's say stateless form. I just want to create this for all the records. Oh, okay, so here we are going to open that stateless form. So Deluge script. If you want to open any form or report, you have to do like this. Open URL. If you want to open a form, you have to like this. You have to write something like this. Form and the form name, which form you want to open. We are going to open this stateless form and we are going to pass this order ID, right? So this order ID equaled input dot ID. And here in when you can do this in different ways. You can open this form in same window, or you can open it in new window, or you can open this parent window and same window, both are same. If you click on pop-up window, you can, if you define the height and width, it will open in that width, otherwise it's auto. So let's say we are going to open this. We created. Okay, so all orders, see the stateless form is okay, it's opened, right? And here you can select which status you want to update, you can select. So what you have to do is in this form on submit, you have to write the update query. So what we have to do is go to workflow and create a font form event, select that stateless form. See, if you select the stateless form, something is changed, right? Which means in stateless form, there is no edit action, only create action. Okay, because we are not going to we are not going to store the data, right? So you will get only this limited actions. So we are going to write something in on click of button, submit button. So what we are going to write is we are going to write update status here. So we are going to update status is equal to, in which form you are going to update? In order form. In order form based on what? ID is equal to input dot order ID. Update status dot status is equal to which field you are going to update? Whatever user select in this form, that is called input dot status. That's it. So if you refresh and do this, and let's say I'm selecting new, if I submit it, okay, I'll show you how to refresh this also. If I do, see, the new is updated. But if you see here, after I've changed this, nothing has happened, right? It's just staying. You have to refresh manually, right? But you have to do that through code itself. So what you have to do is in non-Excel, in non-submit, what you have to do is open URL, double quotes, script page dot refresh. Same window. So if you do, sorry, if you do like this, so if I move to shape and click submit, see it's refreshed automatically now, right? This is called functionality based URL Zoho creator, not functionality, or how to say, no, functionality is something different, I think. This is called refresh. We have to navigation based URL. Sorry, you have to learn about this. You will get lot of option. What script dot page dot back will do. You have to learn reload, refresh. So you have to learn this from here. Okay, this is called navigation based URL. You know, we are having lot of options here. So current we have used refresh now, right? The same way you can use oh, why it's not. The same way you can use close all, you have to learn all these things. How to open a form. If you want to open a view, you have to use it like this. Okay. Do you have any questions, or am I going faster?
Yeah, no, continue.
Okay. So you understand how to open a form, and when you open a form, you have to hide this. You should not show this kind of here. When you click on a form, we are passing the argument here. Okay, that's why this order ID is coming automatically here. Okay. You understood, right? How we pass the argument here in the open URL. This is how you have to pass the argument. Okay. So you should allow the user to select it. When you click submit, we are just refreshing the whole page because we have used refresh for same window. So it's refreshing the pop-up call as well as the back screen also. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So, in custom action, we can create it in two ways. One is in each row, or else, we can create a custom action for multiple rows also. That I will teach you tomorrow. I don't want to teach this because you should know about list if you want to do this action. If it is a single action, you don't need to do anything. But if you want to do a action for multiple row, then you have to use for each loop. You should know about list concept. So I will teach you that little later. But how to do that is, if you go here, if you go here, if you click on your field option, if you click on this, add new button. In quick view, you cannot do that. In action, under action, if you click on it, see add new item. If you click on it, so let's say update status new. Okay. You see here, this is for multiple rows, right? If you click on action, if you click on Deluge script, where what you have to do is you have to use for each here. Okay, so you have to capture what are all the rows they have selected, and you have to write a code. Okay, so the same way, if you click on okay, we didn't learn about function, right? Once we learn about function, you will know. So this we didn't create any function, so we will create function and assign it to custom action later tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah,
So you can create a custom action in you either in each row, or you can create it in the top menu here. Okay, if you create it in the top, you can run it for the collection of rows. Okay.
yeah, okay,
So
ma'am.
here you learned about this is also when you move into live application or live uh, application creation, then you may have to use this custom action in n number of places, various places. Okay, so you have to learn about this custom action also. Tomorrow I will teach you what is list, what is map. Then, I mean, next week, then the next we will cover list map and this how to create custom action for multiple rows, collection of rows. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You practice these actions in this weekend and let me know if you have any question or query. Okay. So what are we going to do in this weekend? I mean, not in the weekend. For this week training thing. So can you create a simple application? What are all things we have covered? You just practice and make a simple application and show it on Monday. Is it possible?
Like another application.
Anything in the same application you can implement all the. I think Pavan, most of the things you have covered,
Yeah,
except this custom action, I think.
yeah.
Vivek, have you tried anything? You have to show something on Monday, okay? Because I have to report Binesh.
Okay, ma'am, I will try.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Pavin, I have a small, Pavin and Vivek both can try. So make a student database, okay? And try to create a schedule. Okay, who are all celebrating their birthday, try to send a happy birthday wish to them. Okay. Try to do this through schedule. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
ma'am.
on Monday I want to see this and then couple of custom action and reports. Okay.
So based on the date, you have to send the message,
Yeah.
date
Let's
of
say if
birth.
I celebrate, yeah, if today is my birthday, then you have to send a birthday wish to me. You
Okay.
have to get their email ID To
Yeah.
that email ID, you have to send birthday wish.
Okay.
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 Got it?
Yeah, got it.
And one more thing, make one attendance module. And when you mark the attendance as absent, send a notification to parent email ID.
Okay. When he is absent, so we have to send a message.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
sure. Okay, let's see on Monday with this task. Okay,
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
okay. Practice these custom actions and let me know if you have anything. Do you have any other question?